welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble here with your readings for September the 10th through September the 16th. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I really hope that you enjoy these readings and that you'll come back again and again. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for watching and sharing and commenting. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Now, I'm sorry, my nose always itches on these readings. And that's spirit letting me know that they're here. So, I start with it, for those of you who haven't been here before, I do start with an astrological report. I will be changing the format shortly. I usually do one intro and I put it on before every video, and you can skip that if you're checking your sun, moon and rising. First of all, these are general readings, guys. So if you would like a personal reading, click on this link here. And that will give you information about a personal reading. These readings offer your sun, moon and rising, and you can also, look, I'm on Instant Go. You can ask questions 24 hours a day and for not very much money. And I'm also on Patreon, another way to give back. So you can click on this link right here for Patreon. And I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. So, you know, and also there are different tier systems. So check that out. Anyway, just take a look. Now, the astrological, so I put the astrological report, and the new format that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do an astrological reading for each sign. And I will be putting, it'll be more individualized. But I probably won't be able to get that done till October. And as most of you know, that my mum is getting ready to transition. She's getting closer and closer. She's been moved out of a care home and into a nursing home. She was in the hospital for a bit. So, you know, it's a roller coaster ride emotionally for me. So you have to bear with me if things are a bit late sometimes, or, you know, I may have to run off to England, you know, at the drop of a hat. So I just wanted to let you be aware of that. Now, the astrological report for the week. On the 10th, Mars moves into Aquarius. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that the energy that's going to be available to us is we could kind of jump to conclusions. Before we hear the whole story, we kind of judge things and jump on the bandwagon, and it's hard for us to let go. And on the other hand, you know, Mars is a get up and go. It's action oriented, right? And Aquarius is very balanced and, you know, always looking at every side and every option. So Mars is a little bit kind of slowed down somewhat, but the good news is when you get, you know, Aquarius is ruled by the mind. So if you get these ideas, Mars will get on it and get it finished. So that's a good thing. Now, on the 11th, the Sun is in a really nice relationship and aspect to Jupiter. Now, this is very positive energy, very exciting, very optimistic. It's energizing. You're going to feel energized and very positive about things. So it's a lovely energy. And then on the 12th, Jupiter is in a really nice relationship to Pluto. And that is like determination and powerful. And so we can kind of discover our power and develop it on that day. Oh, there we go, itching again. And then on the 16th, there's a lot more happening, but I want to try to keep these intros, these astrological reports as short as possible, because I've had some complaints. Everyone complains. Now, Mercury is in a lovely relationship with Jupiter, and that's on Sunday, on the 16th. And what does that mean? That means we could get big, brilliant ideas, right? Because Mercury is, and communication, we'll really have, it's really nice to be out and in conversation with people, and because we'll have the gift of the gab, if you know what I mean. We'll be able to express ourselves and we'll be engaging, and that's the kind of energy that we'll have, and we'll get these brilliant ideas. So it's really a good time to kind of meditate at the beginning of the day, so you can quieten your mind and you can really you know, recognize those ideas, and so that's very exciting. A wonderful, Jupiter's playing a big role this week. So Jupiter is all about expansion, optimism. It's a, you know, it's a beautiful planet, and now, on the other hand, on the other spectrum of it, its shadow side, it can be about addiction. So I would say keep your focus on the positive, because that will expand. So I think it's a really good time to keep your thoughts positive and, you know, make long-term optimistic plans. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for September the 10th through September the 16th. And the first card out for you guys is the Two of Swords. Maybe I'm crazy, but I thought this came up for you last week. This is about, it's almost like you're blocked and you're not seeing the truth in a situation. This is asking you, take the blindfold off and really look at the situation for what it is. Whatever your situation is, maybe it's at work, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your relationship, maybe it's where you're living, maybe it's your finances. Whatever it is, you're going to have to get kind of real and look at the situation for what it is. This can mean a decision that you have. And sometimes when we don't make the decision, what we're doing is we're causing more confusion. Clarifying the Two of Swords, you've got the Hanged Man. It's like looking at the situation from a different perspective, right? From the truth. Because sometimes we lie to ourselves more than we lie to anyone else. You know, that's why they, you know, darling, you could be swimming in denial. Darling, this is about, look, there could be a pause in action. This is telling you to take a moment and look at this situation from a different point of view. And I'm getting that you're not seeing the truth in this. And somehow, and that's blocking you. Take a look at this situation realistically. Sometimes that's hard to do when we're in the middle of it. Sometimes it's not easy to do that. I'm not saying that it's easy, but that's what the cards are saying. And you have the next card, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is about self-reflection. It's about really looking at you, your situation, getting to know you. And look, this is about not being ruled by, look, meditation is not about controlling your mind. It's about not allowing your mind to control you. So the Hermit is actually holding this light, which represents his mind, yeah? He's been able to separate himself from his mind, not allowing it to control him anymore. Because we're not, it's what we call in meditation the monkey brain, right? That goes over and over, you're no good, you'll never get anything, you're not going to, you know, like you'll never get another job, if you change this job, it won't be good, you'll never make this money, you'll never do this. I mean, it's unbelievable, the noise that goes on in our heads, and so most of the time we're not aware of it, right? When we start really looking at it and listening to it, we're like, oh, I can't believe that voice is saying all that. So if somebody else said that to me, I'd deck them, right? It's like we abuse ourselves, right? Or we allow this monkey brain to abuse us and keeps us from breaking out and really experiencing life to the fullest way, the way we should. We are imprisoned by these thought processes. So this is when the Hermit comes in, it's saying take a break, come back, you see, look, step back, take a look at this situation from a different perspective. This is about retreating. It's not about isolating, but it is about solitude, so that you can think properly and really get a perspective on yourself and what you need and all the lessons that you've learned, right? And how you can proceed going forward. And excuse me, and clarifying it is the Chariot. The Chariot indicates that this is a difficult journey that you've been on. It's been a very long and arduous journey. It's been really difficult. But you're coming to the end of this journey, or you've come to the end of this journey. Now, the Chariot indicates that because look, there are opposing energies here and forces, and you've been kind of battling it, and, you know, and you've got through it. You've come to the other side, right? This is saying that you've come to the other side. Now, the thing is, in this card, right, they're sphinxes and they're standing still. Some cards they're not, they're moving forward. This is about keep moving, darling. Don't just sit back because you think that this part of the journey is over. This is saying keep going. You must keep going. There are lessons to be learned. And the next card out, darling, is the Tower. I'm sorry. The Tower we don't like, but the Tower is important. It's not a negative card. I mean, the Tower is about major change. It's about you changing in your life. This could be, look, you know what's interesting? Because this is like the old way of life, right? This is gone. Something in your life needs to go. Is it a job? Is it a relationship? Is it an apartment? Is it where you live? What is it for you? You need to look at it. Now, if you remove it yourself and you take that, it empowers you. If you don't, the Tower's, it's going anyway, darling. This, whatever it is that you know, you really know, you're not really looking at it. But if you do look at it, you're going to know what it is that's not working. And I'm telling you, this is really a good thing. It's got to go. You know it. If you take the initiative and you move on first, it's not going to feel so devastating as it does when it's ripped away, right? Because the Tower is about, it's going to burn down. This is an old tower. You need to replace it. I mean, that's what it's about. This is kind of death and rebirth. It's like you've got to get rid of the old to bring in the new. Right? This is about new beginnings. And look, then you've got the Six of Cups clarifying it. Right? This is about children too. This is about past lives. This is also, the Six of Cups can mean that help is coming in too. But look at it. To me, this is what I'm getting. You've got this going, and then you've got this. Look, all flowers and new and children. It's like, look, that's coming in, and then this, that's going out, and this is coming in. New, innocent, wonderful things. Look, flowers, right? Things are going to get better for you. Aries, I feel that you are going to get so much further when you really kind of take the bull by the horns and you make the choices for yourself. Don't allow somebody else to make it. You make it, because that will empower you. It'll give you that power to go forward, and things are always for the better. You're going to be okay. Don't be in fear. That's really important. To own your strength. This is about power and strength. This is about you owning your power, Aries. You're a powerful person and you can move. You know, take the blindfold off. Take a look at the situation. Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment and give me feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. For a personal reading with Mary, go to www.liveinthesolution.com.